And the Oscar goes to Natalie Portman, Black Swan.
I think acting is a fun thing because you get to have so many lifetimes in one lifetime, being different people. For me, it's a way of understanding different people's psychologies. You're sort of walking in someone else's shoes, which is a great antidote to judgment and a great promoter of empathy and understanding.
Child stars often have varied paths, but some, like Natalie Portman, rise to fame quickly, remain true to themselves, and ultimately become icons. Renowned for being one of the world's most beautiful women, Natalie boasts numerous accolades: a Harvard-educated intellect, a modern-day Audrey Hepburn, an Oscar-winning actress, and even the female Thor. Her life seems almost too good to be true. She started as a child star in Léon, the professional, but many don't realize she was that young girl. Beyond her beauty and talent, she's also an academic achiever from Harvard University. Her acting career is distinctive. Despite many years and numerous roles, it's hard to pigeonhole her into a single type of actress. Natalie Portman, the focus of our story today, exemplifies this successful trajectory, distinguishing herself from her peers with her enduring talent and authenticity. She was born in Jerusalem, Israel in 1981, originally named Natalie Hirschlag. At 3, she moved to the United States with her family. As an only child in a Jewish household, she was raised with great care. Starting dance lessons at 4, she performed with local dance groups. Discovered by a talent scout at 10 in a fast food restaurant, she was offered a modeling job by a Revlon agent but declined, expressing her desire to act. In an interview, Portman shared that she was ambitious and serious from a young age, knowing what she liked and wanted.
What's your name?
Matilda. What about you?
Léon.
Cute name, Leon. Anyway, somebody didn't do it someday or another. I would have probably done it myself.
Her acting career began with an audition for Luc Besson's Léon the Professional in 1994. At 13, Natalie stood out among over 200 young actors. Besson saw in her the innocence of a girl and the sophistication of an adult, choosing her as his lead. Her role as Matilda was complex, requiring a portrayal of innocence about love and society's harsh realities, while seeking revenge for her family. Her mature performance in the film was stunning, perfectly capturing the character's conflicting nature. This debut made a lasting impression and drew industry attention. To protect her privacy and education, her parents changed her acting name from Natalie Hirschlag to her grandmother's maiden name, Portman. Following her outstanding performance in Léon the Professional, Natalie became a top choice for young female roles, starring in several films. She played Al Pacino's stepdaughter in Heat and Jack Nicholson's daughter in Mars Attacks, and appeared in Woody Allen's Everyone Says I Love You. Initially cast as the lead in Romeo plus Juliet, she was replaced by Claire Danes due to concerns about the age difference with Leonardo DiCaprio. Despite her rising fame, Natalie made a surprising decision. She turned down all film offers, including a role in Robert Redford's The Horse Whisperer, to star in The Diary of Anne Frank on Broadway. Moved by her Jewish heritage and her great-grandparents' history in Auschwitz, she chose to honor her family's past over fame and income. She dedicated a year to rehearsing for the role of Anne Frank, honing her acting skills. In 1999, Natalie starred as Queen Amidala in George Lucas's Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace. The film was a global success, but Natalie almost declined the role to focus on her studies. Her life choices have always been about staying true to herself, even when it meant turning down major opportunities. She once said in an interview that she preferred being smart over being a superstar. Back then, the renowned Lucasfilm and the Star Wars crew went to great lengths to accommodate a high school girl under 18. They rearranged their shooting schedule to fit her summer break, ensuring they could film her parts. It's important to understand that Natalie Portman wasn't just being pretentious or trying to boost her own value. She was so committed to her education that she even missed the global premiere of a movie to sit for her college entrance exams. For Natalie, academics were her top priority during her teenage years. Her dedication paid off. She graduated from high school with a perfect 4.0 GPA and received acceptance letters from both Harvard and Yale universities. She chose Harvard's psychology program, believing it would aid her in understanding character psychology, thus establishing herself as a notable academic figure in Hollywood. For Natalie, attending this prestigious university was a dream and a significant challenge. She had always aspired to be among highly talented individuals, constantly pushing herself to excel. At Harvard, no one was concerned about her being an actress in Star Wars. She was aware that the success of the Star Wars prequels was largely due to George Lucas's creation of the super IP Star Wars brand, and not so much about her involvement. She knew she had to prove herself to avoid being seen merely as an actress who got into Harvard because of her fame. Interestingly, psychology discusses a phenomenon known as imposter syndrome, where about 30% of successful people feel their success is more due to luck than their hard work. Natalie experienced this despite being chosen by directors for her exceptional talent. During her 4 years at Harvard, Natalie was incredibly busy. She found herself among genius classmates who studied until the early hours of the morning. During this time, she focused on her studies, limiting her acting roles to the Star Wars films she was already committed to. She began publishing papers in scientific journals and even participated in the prestigious Intel Science Talent Search, a dream for many aspiring scientists. Natalie also expanded her language skills, studying French, Japanese, German, and Arabic. After graduating, she delved deeper into academia, studying neuroscience and advanced Hebrew literature. If it hadn't been for legendary director Mike Nichols, her acting career might have ended then. In 2004, Nichols directed Closer, adapted from a stage play. He boldly cast the newly graduated Natalie as a main character, a free-spirited, passionate dancer. Her performance, portraying a range of deep emotions in love, was a revelation. She shared the screen with experienced actors like Jude Law, Julia Roberts, and Clive Owen, yet her presence was the most captivating. Her outstanding performance in Closer earned her an Oscar nomination and the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress, helping her move beyond her Lolita image and gain recognition for her acting talent. In the years that followed, Natalie Portman continued to explore her path in acting. She took on diverse roles, testing her range in various genres, whether it was practicing piano all day for a role, playing a manipulative and vain character in The Other Boleyn Girl, or rapping with profanity on Saturday Night Live. She embraced every challenge. Her versatility often left audiences in awe. In 2006, Goya's Ghosts was released, where her unglamorous yet powerful performance left a lasting impression. In the film, her character, Inez, is imprisoned and emerges 15 years later, almost unrecognizable. This bold transformation, even if for an Oscar, showcased her willingness to break boundaries. Thankfully, she later appeared in the film as her own daughter in a more glamorous role, providing some relief to the audience. Media outlets once described Natalie Portman in a unique way. They said that God couldn't bear the loss of Audrey Hepburn, so he sent Natalie Portman to us. In 2010, her career reached a new height with the movie Black Swan. This unconventional thriller astonished audiences worldwide. It was nominated for 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, and grossed over $329 million on a budget of just $13 million. The film stood out as a critically acclaimed and financially successful surprise of the year. The plot of Black Swan centers around a New York ballet company in need of a new lead dancer for roles of both the Black Swan and the White Swan following the departure of their previous lead. The protagonist, Nina, faces immense pressure from her mother, the director, and her peers in the ballet company. As she strives for a breakthrough, her inner world, torn between innocence and darkness, spirals into chaos. The role demanded the portrayal of 2 distinct personalities, both on and off stage, and a total of 4 different emotional states. It also required showing a gradual descent into madness and a split personality. Furthermore, the actor needed to convincingly embody a professional ballet dancer. Despite Natalie Portman's dance background since age 4, the role presented an extraordinary challenge. To prepare for the role, Natalie dedicated herself completely from a year before filming began. She engaged in daily dance practices, swimming, and body sculpting. She lost 19 pounds despite not being overweight, and even endured a dislocated rib from a lift during filming, pushing through the pain to finish the movie. Her hard work and dedication were evident in her performance. Natalie masterfully depicted Nina's inner conflict and extreme anxiety, capturing the psychological journey from repression to breakdown and from loss of control to liberation. She took the audience along with her through this transformative process. Her remarkable performance in Black Swan earned her nearly every acting award that year, including the Golden Globe and the Oscar for Best Actress at the age of 30, marking an incredibly impressive achievement in her career.
Natalie Portman, Black Swan.
Following her Oscar win, Natalie Portman did not rush to seek more fame and fortune. In the subsequent years, she continued at her own steady pace, firmly following her own path. She married the dance director from Black Swan, started a family, and devoted significant time to parenting and life. She also returned to Jerusalem, her birthplace, to conduct extensive research. There, she wrote, directed, and starred in the film adaptation of the Israeli literary classic, A Tale of Love and Darkness. She spoke fluent Hebrew in the film, aiming to bring a deeper understanding of Jewish people's struggles to a broader audience. Reflecting on Natalie Portman's varied career and the array of characters she has portrayed, it's clear that her personal philosophy extends beyond acting, deeply influencing her perspectives on life. Let's explore some of her most thought-provoking quotes about life.
Life is about experience and being a good person. I'm fascinated by what it means to be a good person and how people manage to do that in such difficult situations. I think that's always a question in life and in art. And the more we can understand about human nature, the better we can be as people. It's a journey to understand other people and their experiences, and that understanding can bring us closer to being good and doing good in the world. I've realized that the most important thing we can do in our lives is to pursue our passions and follow our dreams. It might sound cliche, but it's true. Life is short and we have to make the most of it. We should not be afraid to take chances and step out of our comfort zones. That's where real growth happens. It's about not letting fear or doubt hold you back, but instead using it as fuel to push forward and make your dreams a reality. I think it's really important to be happy with yourself and to find peace within yourself. That's a big part of what I've been trying to do as I get older. It's so easy to look outside for validation and happiness, but I've found that happiness comes from within. It's about accepting who you are, embracing your flaws, and loving yourself for it. That's when you can really start to feel powerful and capable of achieving anything you set your mind to.
Natalie Portman's remarkable journey from a child star to an acclaimed actress and scholar embodies the essence of dedication, authenticity, and personal growth. Her career, enriched by diverse roles and profound insights, inspires us to pursue our passions with courage and integrity. Portman's story transcends her cinematic achievements, highlighting the importance of self-discovery and balance in life, and encouraging us to carve our own paths with confidence and purpose.